only conceded 2 goals this season, as we see the Real Madrid lineup come into play with many changes, with Casemiro and Kovacic holding the midfield, while Ronaldo and Bale will play as the 2 forwards. There's Hesse on the bench, and just confirmation that Borja and Lienhard, who will both be chomping at the bit to get their chance to impress at the highest level with so many injuries, whilst for Levante, Davison starts up front. He got the winner in their last game away at home against Villarreal, their most expensive signing of the summer, and the 5-man back line that's favoured by Lucas Alcaraz, hoping to be able to contain Bale and Ronaldo this afternoon. With the 2 captains there, Marcelo and Juanfran, just greet the referee, Jose Maria Sanchez Martinez, this afternoon. He's recently celebrated his 32nd birthday. And Isco, who will be also looking to impress in the absence of the likes of Luka Modric and James Rodriguez, while Madrid also have Sergio Ramos and Alvaro Aloa out, who didn't pass fitness tests yesterday, while Dani Carvajal, Pepe and Karim Benzema are also on the treatment table for this game. And there's the man of the moment. Ronaldo's only scored in 1 league game this season. We're hoping to add to the 5-goal haul he got against Espanyol, as the teams gather around the centre circle for the minute silence after Cristiano Ronaldo receives his golden boot.
Golden boot, which he's going to have to do a bit more work this year to get, because he is on 5 goals, but Madrid have been struggling up front, mainly because Ronaldo, well, he's got all his 5 goals in 1 game, and he's sort of disappeared from the other games, and that's probably most of the problem for Madrid going forward, has been they rely heavily on Cristiano Ronaldo, and it just hasn't appeared this year for them. No,
and there was the amusing video of Ronaldo's son asking how many boots Lionel Messi has won this season, as the stadium goes quiet for the minute's silence. And as is traditional in Spanish football, the music played in memory of Zoco was part of the Real Madrid team that won so many European Cups alongside the likes of Alfredo Di Stefano. And it's Levante wearing their familiar claret and blue shirts, who will get the game under the way, kicking from right to left. And of course Real Madrid donning their famous all-white colours. What can we expect from the game this afternoon? Is it an easy home win, or will Levante come and make a game of it, Bruno?
You'd expect on paper it should be an easy win for Madrid, especially if you look at their most previous results against Levante. But we've seen how Lucas Alcaraz has come out with a 5-man defence. So you can imagine what sort of game Levante are trying to create here, really just shut up shop at the back, ensure Ronaldo and Bale don't have too many chances, and maybe catch Madrid on the break. But I think it's too much of a tall order to think Levante could come away with anything less than a hefty defeat. It's not really to say.
Not encouraging. Luckily, Keylor Navas was not put off by his defender's lapse in concentration, and he was quickly onto the ball with Bale unable to connect with that pass. And once again, Levante looking to build, but Marcelo in strongly. He's done well to win the ball in the last third, and now Ronaldo looks to exchange passes with Marcelo, and Madrid lead their first real chance of the game. Ronaldo combining with Marcelo, a powerful run from the left back. He picked up possession 30 yards from goal, switched passes with Ronaldo, and then finished in some style.
Oh, what a way to wear the captain's armband. When the team's struggling, not really getting to the game, he recovers possession, then brilliant body strength to hold off the challenge, then linking up brilliantly with Ronaldo and applying the finishing touch. That's why, well, that's not why he's the captain, but that's why today he's the captain, leading by example and he's really opened up a game which wasn't going anywhere for Madrid. And maybe now, after the first one's gone in, we might start to see a few more from Real Madrid.
The shot was certainly a powerful one, but Ruben might be slightly disappointed that he let that in his near post. Rooted to his line somewhat as Marcelo made his way, but a fantastic man off the ball, the cross in, and Davison with the header. It's a fantastic save from Keylor Navas on the goal line. That time Davison did connect with the ball properly after his slip just moments ago, and then Marcelo took no chance, just nodded the ball behind. That's a tremendous stop.
It's just devastating for Levante as well, isn't it? You're playing a good game, you haven't done anything wrong. Well, hang on here, this could be 2-0.
Cruz finding Ronaldo, and it is 2-0. CR7 has only scored in one league game before today when he got the 5 goals against Espanyol. But he's broken that run. He hadn't scored for 4 league games. If he hadn't scored today, it would have been his worst run in professional football. And he's added his 6th league goal of the season with a fine strike from the edge of the area, and you can see what it means to him.
Well, he's got that weight off his shoulders, hasn't he? That we've been talking about it before the game. Just one match he scored in 7 games before this. It's unheard of for Ronaldo. He's finally got that weight off his shoulders. But for Levante, I was saying before, they lost possession there. Really cruel, because they haven't played too poorly the opening 25 minutes. But then, of course, that's the difference between a side like Madrid and Levante, is that you get a fullback who normally doesn't mark the difference in any team, and he's the one that opens up the deadlock. He pushes forward from his position, provides a moment of brilliance to make it 1-0. And then again, a brilliant goalkeeper keeps out a header that most keepers wouldn't have kept out. And then down the other end, they make one sloppy mistake and they're punished by Ronaldo. It's 2-0.
Marcelo finds Bale, and Madrid on the rampage now, looking for a 3rd goal. Ronaldo just unable to reach Levante from moving forward. Roger was about to move up on the break with Davis. Instead, Levante now face a reorganised Real Madrid defence, and they can't get further than the first man. Although Danilo's clearances are poor, and he just hit Tonyo, and now Camarasa was able to roll it back. Tonyo once again in the left-back position, looking to send it in, with Varane making an athletic dive to head it away, and he's got Gareth Bale going forward now, crosses the halfway line. Ronaldo out to his left, and he finds him. Calls for it back, Bale, and Ronaldo unable to either find space for a shot or return the pass to the Real Madrid number 11. Instead, Ronaldo's left line.
Well, I think that's the last thing Lucas Alcaraz would have wanted just before half-time, to allow Bale, Ronaldo.
Greater mountain to climb, but Real Madrid currently top the table as things stand. As the early kick-off in the 8th round of the Spanish League, and there's a change for Real Madrid with Lucas Vázquez entering the fray, and Gareth Bale making way. Didn't have the best half, Gareth Bale, and maybe his exertions with Wales in midweek have meant that Rafa Benitez has decided to rest him and save him.
But you'd have to think he's thinking about PSG and maybe thinking the game here is done. But that's not really a morale booster for Gareth Bale, is it? Who's had a tough time as it is to really make a name for himself in Madrid. And then you don't want to always compare Bale with Ronaldo, but could you imagine Benitez taking off Ronaldo at half-time? I'm not quite sure it would happen. Maybe Bale's status isn't quite up there
doesn't seem
yet.
to be, and remains to be seen whether that was for tactical reasons or to save the player, or whether Bale picked up a knock in that first half and decided not to take any risks in the second half. But we're back underway, and Real Madrid looking to add a 3rd to their tally early on, as Ronaldo once again on the floor. He spent some of the first half nursing knocks, but this time he's straight back up after a challenge by Mauro, and the ball played into Isco. Now Cruz can look to apply the pressure. Majority of the fans pleased with what they've seen this afternoon, as their team is now just over 10 minutes away from a victory that sees them go first in the table after 8 matches of the Spanish League season. 2 wins in the Champions League. It sees Real Madrid sitting in a comfortable position on all fronts. Rafa Benitez may have had his critics, but he can point to the league table and the Champions League table for anybody who wants to point out that his tactics and his selections don't work. He was accused by manager in England Sam Allardyce of having nothing to do with Real Madrid's 2005 Champions League win this week. Some star by asking Spanish journalists who Sam Allardyce was and how many trophies he won exactly. Good riposte as Jesse looks to cross it in, and Ronaldo's up at the far post. A golden opportunity for Ronaldo to add his second goal of the game, and Real Madrid's third, and just unable to get over the ball and nod it down. Looked annoyed with himself for that. It was a well-placed cross, and he rose.
As you say, just talking about Benitez, just want to pick up on that again. I'm quite sure by now he's not really bothered by what people think of how his teams play, because for him it's just about the success. Liverpool was always talked about being a boring team, won the Champions League. I'm quite sure he's not bothered about being titled, being called a boring team, as thankless that way.
And he scored. He only had 20 minutes to take his chance, and he's taken it well. Left-footed inside the near post. And the calls for those who thought that he should have started will grow louder. The 22-year-old has only been on the pitch for just over 10 minutes. And he showed some quick feet there down the left side of the area. Cruz clipping the ball over to Ronaldo. And Lucas Vázquez found Jesse, skipped past the attentions of Simão, and then laced the ball inside the near post, giving Ruben no chance. Just a simple step over a la Ronaldo almost.
The Alcaraz is that Levante lost possession pretty close to the edge of the box, just like on the second goal. It's come from their mistake. And then again, when you're playing against Real Madrid, the players have got the quality to come up with that. Jesse, brilliant step over, great acceleration and fantastic finish, and really good news, positive news for Jesse to get his name up on the scoreboard.
And it will lead more for the media to probably ask in the post-match comments why exactly he didn't start. And now they're still keen to add to his tally. Arm up with his pass, the pass looking to find him. There's a poor one, and Juan Fran nodded it out, but then Toney unable to control. Now Ronaldo does have it, he lays it back. The slight nudge there. Thumped across by Casemiro to find Marcelo. The Brazilian does well, shows some fancy feet to go past Morales, doesn't get his cross past Simão, but with around 15 seconds remaining, Real Madrid do have one more chance, one more set piece to add a fourth goal and put some icing on this scoreline. Ronaldo certainly will be playing until the very last second to try and get his 7th goal of the campaign. Costello, it was almost Ronaldo. In fact, it was Varane. Ronaldo went early and Varane looked to connect, and there's the red final whistle. The scoreline not in doubt, or the outcome not in doubt for the majority of that encounter, or the last, certainly the second half. Marcelo putting the home side ahead in the 27th minute. Ronaldo adding a second just 3 minutes later, than Jesse proving a point and taking his chance in the absence of Karim Benzema by adding a third to give Real Madrid what appears on paper to be a convincing win. But Real Levante, as we've already mentioned, certainly had their chances to make their mark and make a real game of it, but Keylor Navas denied them on a number of occasions, while some poor finishing also